Friends, subscribers of the YouTube channel Adventuring with the SGOCC. Got an early start this morning, and this is my project. I actually found this on the way to the mailbox the other day. Literally, Cochise County has gemstones all over the place. Anyways, this one was really interesting, or is really interesting. What I'm going to do is, you see that I already shaped 4 facets, and I got to tighten them up so that these two match up so they're even. But this whole face, I think I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to do anything. You can see it's a lot of sparkles in there. It's a rough-faced quartz from what I can see, but it's got a lot of interesting sparkles and glittery stuff in it. So I'm going to leave that raw and just polish all these facets on the other side. There's only 4 of them, but I'm going to get these two to line up so that there's a point right there, and all 4 facets will be somewhat even. I've already started the process. I'm at 120 grit now and about ready to move on. We get it to about 1500, and then we start the polishing wheel with some compound. And the compound I use is actually really good stuff. I use Brasso on the sandpaper, and then I use this with a Dremel to buff everything and polish it. It's working out real good. Brasso, it turns out, is a slight abrasive. Actually started out using Colgate, of all things. But it's what works. So get out there, find stuff. If it looks good to you, just give it a try. You don't have to be a professional. You don't have to be somebody who's done this for years or went through an apprenticeship or went to school or anything. Lapidary is for anybody. And some things that I've learned along the way, just in the last week that I've been actually seriously starting to do this, is you want to try to get your facets to line up. Like this one here, we're going to try to make sure that all these facets, this one, have a straight line somewhere along here. And then on the opposite side, same thing, along there. So that there's a point right here where all those facets meet. That's the idea. You want to keep all your facets straight, even, and flat. You also want to make sure you don't get too close with the Dremel to your fingers, which is why you really have to develop a way to hold everything. I've been using my fingers. I was a master laser, so my fingers in my hands are real strong. But I think there's got to be a better way. Now, some of these rocks are pretty hard, and that we turn into gems. This one in particular is very soft. I'm afraid to try to grind and buff and polish that side, I'm going to end up with a bunch of stuff on a towel. You can see from some of these different angles, it's kind of fragile looking. So I don't want to put too much pressure on it. I want to be nice and gentle. Some of this, like the stuff that's pure quartz, it is really tough. But I think this one, once it polishes out, and you'll be able to see all these golds, and it's going to be pretty beautiful. There's a little striation right here. I'm going to leave that as a little bit of a canyon there as well. The other side looks pretty good. Yeah, this will be ground out. That'll be flat and smooth. So I think it'll be pretty interesting. I'll keep everybody apprised, and of course make a video when it's finished. I've got another one that is coming along real nicely. I'm already on the polishing process of that. So we'll see how it all turns out. More to follow.